With a hefty price tag attached to it, a lot of people are wondering if the celebrity drink package is worth it, and if so, what tier should they get? I promise you, I am a self-proclaimed drink package expert. I have pretty much done drink package on every cruise line that I have traveled with, and today we're going to be going over all the ins and outs of the celebrity drink packages and if it's worth it or not for you to get them. Whether or not you want to take advice from this beautiful face, I totally get it, but we are talking about drinking on a vacation, so let's have some fun. There are a few disclaimers that we should get into before we get into all the nitty-gritty details, and that is that everyone in the room that is over the age of 21 has to purchase the drink package. So it doesn't matter if you are rooming with your husband who doesn't like to drink or a friend that doesn't drink. If you are getting the drink package, they have to get that drink package as well. So if you are going to room with someone, or if you are traveling in a large group that does not drink, try to put the people that don't drink in the same room. You could adjust the rooms once you're on board, but when it comes to booking, make sure that you book them together because you don't want to have them pay an exorbitant amount of money for no reason if they're not going to use it. Another thing worth mentioning before we really get into it is that there are sales for the drink package sometimes throughout the course of the year. So I know personally, I booked my drink package on Black Friday, which saved me about 30%, which is pretty substantial when your drink packages cost hundreds of dollars to begin with. And they do have these sales run throughout the year, like they do have a Christmas time sale, a spring sale. Really, just if you have a holiday coming up, maybe hold off on purchasing that drink package because no matter whether you purchase it before you get on board, you don't save any money if you book it before you board or if you book it while you're on board. There is no general savings. Their price is the price. And again, we will get into the cost breakdown and everything very shortly. So diving into the details of the drink packages and along with their price. So essentially there are two drink packages that you can do, the classic drink package and the premium drink package. So Celebrity has two drink packages, the classic drink package and the premium drink package. Typically in the last year and a half, Celebrity has kind of gone into a more all-inclusive style cruise and they put your classic drink package into your cruise fare and they roll it all up. So you really don't have to worry about buying the drink package outside of that. But if you do decide to go purchase it on your own, it is $89 a day with a 20% gratuity added on top of that. So realistically, it's about $107 a day. But the fact that it is pretty much included in all bookings, at least as of current, you are pretty much guaranteed to have a drink package. The drawback with the classic drink package, however, is that it only covers you up to $10 drinks. And let me tell you, Celebrity, it has some very expensive cocktails and very expensive liquors on board, so $10 doesn't exactly get you far. They do have a section at every bar, however, called the classic drink package section, and in that, they'll list out what you can get included in your drink package for no additional cost, which is really nice because you don't have to go asking the bartenders and wasting their time and your time. They give you your set menu with the drinks that are under your drink package, and for the most part, you're going to be getting a lot of well liquors. It's not going to be like name brand, like you will not be getting Grey Goose and your vodka sodas. That is just not going to be the case. You'll be getting some sort of, maybe if you're lucky, Tito's. It's also worth noting for those wine lovers that you get 15% off of any bottle of wine with this drink package. A detail that isn't really too readily available, and I really had questions when I booked this, which I feel like I should pass on to you guys, is that if you buy a cocktail that's say $15 and you're only covered up to $10 in the classic drink package, you only have to pay the $5 difference. You don't have to buy this drink for $15, which is really nice. And honestly, other cruise lines should adopt this because I know some other cruise lines, you have to pay the full price. It is worth noting, on top of that $5, so you would have a 20% gratuity on top of that, and it would be the 20% for the $15, not for the $5. So essentially you're covered up to $10, and then after that, you're responsible for any additional cost on top of a gratuity, which is 20%, and it cannot be removed. It is an automatically added gratuity. So if you want that $15 drink, you're paying the $5 plus 20% on the $15. So on top of all of the drinks that you get under the classic drink package sections on each of these bars, you will also get bottled waters, energy drinks, freshly squeezed juices, vitamin water, specialty coffees, etc., etc. So basically everything that's non-alcoholic is included in this drink package for your enjoyment. Like I said previously, it is worth noting that you aren't going to get your high-end liquors. You're not going to get your big name brands here. It will be a lot of cheaper liquor. So if you're someone who likes to drink the more finer things in life, I would probably recommend looking into the premium drink package, because you aren't really going to get the cream of the crop liquors for $10 a pop. And if you keep getting $15, $16 drinks throughout the course of your entire vacation, you're paying the difference, chances are it would be cheaper for you to look into that, but we'll get into the numbers and the breakdown of that a little bit later. It is worth noting though, if you just do the straight $10 drinks, this package is a little pricey if you factor in the 20% gratuity. Since you are paying about $107 a day, it really only breaks even if you are drinking 11 drinks a day, which sounds like a lot, especially when other cruise lines are like 6 to 7 drinks a day to break even. So if you are a heavy drinker, this would be a good option, but if you're a casual drinker, chances are this is definitely not for you. Moving on to the king of the castle, the most expensive option, and of course, the ones with a lot more bells and whistles, the premium drink package. This drink package is a whopping $109 a day with a 20% gratuity, so it really ends up being about $130 a day. Yikes, that is a lot of shots. Just like the classic drink package, this comes with your specialty coffees, energy drinks, vitamin waters, sparkling waters, bottled waters, juices, smoothies, all of that fun stuff. And then we get to move on to the fun stuff, which is the good brands. This drink package covers you up to $17, which really opens up what you can be drinking on board. There are tons of bars and restaurants on board, especially if you're looking at the Edge class ships. There are tons of specialty bars, each with their own specialty menus. So it really does give you a peace of mind if you're looking to just try something, say you don't like it, you don't feel shameful that you spent a bunch of money, you can put it down and just order another drink and just leave it at the bar, say you didn't like it. Whereas if you're going, paying as you go, you're gonna sit there, force yourself to drink something on your vacation that you might not necessarily really enjoy. I have to say, when I was on the Ascent, I definitely upgraded for the premium drink package, and I'm very happy I did so, because there's certain bars where you can go into the mid to high $20 range for some cocktails, and paying the difference on something that gives you up to $17 is pretty good. So I would be getting a super premium cocktail with an amazing presentation, really great flavor balance for like $6 out of pocket. And obviously I could swing that anytime, because once it's already paid for, it's kind of a sunk cost, and you're really not too worried about $6-7 a drink when you're getting some of the presentations that you get on Celebrity especially. And again, if you care about name brands, I have to say you should definitely look at this option. I'm gonna pop it up on the screen right now, what you can get. And I mean, honestly, just going through some of these brands, there are tons and tons of options. If you're looking for tequila, you have a bunch of brands. If you're looking at bourbon or whiskey, there's a bunch of brands. It's just night and day from the classic drink package, and you have a ton of options. Because this is $131 a day, this definitely does hurt the wallet, so let's make sure it's worth it for you. Because this covers you up to $17, you really need about 8 drinks to break out even, which is a little bit less than the classic drink package, but again, you are covered for pretty much everything. So even though I'm saying you technically need to have these drinks to break even, if you're getting a coffee in the morning, 2 bottles of water throughout the course of the day, 3 bottles of water, a glass of wine at dinner, another 3-4 cocktails throughout the day, it really does start to pay itself off, because you are opening up these possibilities where you can just get a $6-7 coffee for free, and then you can get a milkshake or a mudslide or whatever have you also included. So it really does pay for itself if you're going to be drinking a bunch of specialty beverages. I personally really enjoy a nice tea in the morning, and if you go to Cafe El Baccio, they give you a beautiful tea kettle filled to the brim with a really high-end tea that tasted absolutely fantastic. Your free breakfast pastries or sandwiches that's included with your cruise fare to just have a really nice relaxing morning. So let's talk about some tips and tricks to maximize your drink package and make sure that you're gonna get every dollar if you decide to invest this kind of money. Unlike other cruise lines, Celebrity Cruise Line trusts their passengers because, well, it's a little bit of a higher end clientele, and because of that, they don't feel like they have to limit their passengers. They kind of put the responsibility on the passengers themselves, which is pretty nice. So unlike other cruise lines, like, I don't know, Carnival Cruise Lines, there is no limit to these drink packages. So you are not capped at a certain number. You can go up to the bar and have as many drinks as you want throughout the course of the day. There's no minimum time to order in between drinks, like Carnival or other cruise lines has a 5-minute waiting period. You could just go pull a Simpsons, turn around, back to the bar, get another drink after you get another drink. And if you wanted to, you're allowed to have 2 drinks per card. So if you're in a group of 2-3 people, you times that by 2. So you can all be double fisting at the same time if you really decide you want to have that kind of day. Or if you just don't want to go wait in lines, because some of the bars do get backed up, especially on the resort deck. You are starting to get a little bit more of a crowd where all the people kind of hang out. So if you want to get 2 drinks, skip the line for the next time. A lot easier to do that when you can double fist and they're not going to be limiting you. So another great thing about Celebrity is just the pure amount of offerings they have on board. I personally, whenever we hop off and want to go to a beach, I'll go up to the bar, I'll get a couple of different canned beverages because they offer canned beer, canned hard seltzers, canned cocktails, which is pretty rare on a cruise line. So you can just ask them not to pop it open. You can get 2 to go, or if you want, you could stockpile a little bit over a little bit of a period of time, and you can put it in your backpack, carry it off, take it to the beach with you, do whatever you want. That way you don't have to really spend any money while you are in port. So because of that, you're also saving a little bit of money there. So sometimes it's worth it just to spring for the drink package anyway. Another thing that people really don't take advantage of is during debarkation day, your drink package still works. I know some people like to just wake up and get right off the ship, but I'm still on vacation until I'm home at my doorstep. So I like to go up, get a tea, coffee. If you have some flight anxiety, you can go up, get a spiked coffee, or you can do just a straight beverage, like whatever you want, a mixed drink, whatever have you. Throughout debarkation day, there are still bars open. A lot of the coffee bars still have alcohol, so you can get a drink if you decide you want to have a lot of fun on your last day. They kick everyone off around 10 a.m. So if you wake up at 8, you want to go to get some breakfast, you can get a mimosa, 2 mimosas, whatever you want, feel a little loose for your time traveling home. Below I'm going to list a drink calculator that basically you input which cruise line that you're looking to get the drink package for. It'll come up with the cost per day, and you can adjust it to see how much or how little you think you're going to be drinking. Personally, I use this as a good bar. I think people really undersell themselves when they're on vacation in the middle of the ocean. They think they're really not going to drink that much, but when there's not much else to do other than drink, I feel like it is pretty normal for people to have 6-7 drinks a day, which is break even for most cruise lines. The real issue becomes the 9, 10, 11 drinks a day to break even. But realistically, if you're getting a specialty coffee in the morning, a couple mimosas in the morning, hanging out by the pool with a couple cocktails, then you go get some dinner, have some wine with dinner, have a couple glasses of wine with dinner, get 2 3 water bottles so you prevent the hangover for the next day. If you go to the club or whatever you want to do the ABBA sing-along shows, there's going to be something there for you, and it really just opens up your possibilities. You don't have to penny pinch when you're on vacation. And for me personally, I just like that peace of mind. So that's a really helpful tool that I'll just let you guys play with, make your own decisions. I don't have to tell you guys whether or not it's worth it. Personally, I will always find the drink package is worth it just for the peace of mind. And if you're on vacation, you shouldn't have to worry about if you should have that other drink or if you don't like the drink that you're served, because there are some really exotic cocktails on board. Like on the last day, I went to hang out at Eden with a bartender, and I didn't really like one of the drinks that was like $23. And if I paid $23 out of pocket, I would have been kind of heartbroken over that. But because I didn't, and I only had to pay $6 out of pocket, wasn't a big deal. So just worth sharing that little bit of info. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you found any information in this video helpful, please be sure to like and subscribe if you can. It helps us out a tremendous amount. If you have any drink package tips that I did not mention, please let us know in the comments. That way we can help people watching this video make their decision. So again, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. See you in the next one. Take it easy and peace.